Hi guys, today I have a very exciting video to share with you all because I want to share with you guys some new Icoice contact lenses. I have got this time some really fun shades, and well, the box is already open because I filmed some content for my Instagram, which if you have not checked out, you must, because I always do some fun stuff there. Comes with these individual boxes, which basically contains the lenses. I got 4 this time. They sent me 2 sets of these tweezers and lens appliers. I don't know what are they called exactly at the moment. It's not in my mind. And then they also send a whole bunch of different super cute lens cases, and they're quite unique. They're not like your ordinary lens cases because these lens cases look like these mini cats, and these lens cases are quite different than anything I've ever seen. They have like cat ears on top and they're upright. So they sent me all different colors, and then they also come with an instruction leaflet, which is again super cute. I don't know what they do, but it smells super nice also. And basically this tells you how to apply your lenses. So you have to do it with clean hands, and you know what the lens should look like when you're applying it, and also how to remove it. So this is a very detailed instruction pamphlet. So let me show you guys the colors I got. So first one here is latte brown. This is a very pretty shade of brown. It's quite similar. I wouldn't say actually it's not quite similar to my own eye shade, but it's something that looks very natural. It's a little bit bigger than my own iris, but it looks really, really nice. It also like adds a halo. So this is how I apply the lens. I just put it with the tweezer on this. I just open my eye a little bit, and of course it takes a little bit of practice. I have been applying lenses for a while now. I don't wear them regularly. I do them mostly for looks, but it's not that difficult. But again, I would say that I'm used to of applying eyeliners and stuff, so it's really not a big deal for me. To open my eyes, but I can see why it can be a problem for some people. Now my eyes always do water a little bit. This is perfectly normal, but I do not feel any irritation, and you can instantly see how beautiful that is. Now this particular lens gives me the vibes of Bollywood actresses. Like I've always noticed, especially in the early 2010s, actresses were always wearing like some sort of brown lenses. Maybe they had bad eyesight, maybe they just wanted to enhance their look, but this lens shade really, really reminds me of Bollywood actresses. And just like that, voila, we have both of the lenses inside. I will quickly grab a pack of tissues to wipe my tears. They're not tears, my eyes are not really watering actually. If I leave it like this for a bit, it would be fine. But if you have any problems and you think that your eyes will start watering and it might ruin your makeup or your liner, then I'll show you what I do. So there are 2 things that you can do. One, you can grab a cotton bud, a Q-tip, and just put it like this, and it soaks up all the water. Another thing that I like doing is taking a piece of tissue and going in again with the corner in my eyes in one of the corners, and just soak up all the excess water. And this really, really helps me in preventing my eyes from watering down and ruining my makeup. So what do you think about this one? I really like it. Let's move on to the next one. Now let's move on to another one. This is Kiwi Cinnamon Brown. It's more of a green color and it is so pretty. And you know, my favorite thing about it is that it has like kiwi like dots, so kiwi seed like dots all over it. Now this was a limited edition and it's actually out of stock at the moment. They have a whole, oh, I cannot talk into this. They have a whole bunch of other lenses in Kiwi collection. Maybe you can check them out. You can see how beautiful that looks. Now, this is one of my personal favorite shades, and also I got a lot of compliments on this from my friends. So here is the look with both eyes. I think this lens today is really complementing my eye makeup also, because it's also green and my whole outfit. If you're wondering what I use to keep my lenses clean and wash them in between and keep changing the solution, this is the one I use. It's from a German drugstore brand called DM. And now I will also show you how I take the lenses out. So it's actually quite easy. You just grab the tweezers and you try grabbing the lens. If you're scared, of course, please um, do whatever you feel is more comfortable. If you feel it's better with your fingers, then do it with your fingers. But I personally avoid it because I want to keep my lenses as clean as possible, and I feel to avoid any kind of contamination and to prevent them from getting dirty, and to keep them protected and usable for long, I prefer using the tweezers. Just like that, it's out. And these tweezers have like rubber sleeves on top, so they do not damage the lens and prevent any tearing or anything like that. And if your lenses are torn or broken, then you should definitely not wear them. So these were two lenses and they were more of the normal ones. Now we will move on to not so normal ones and maybe some more fun ones. Now, this is a shade that does not really match my outfit today, and definitely it's not something that I would wear on everyday basis, but it's definitely something that can be worn for Halloween or any such creative makeup look. So if you are a creative, if you are an influencer, if you are into doing cosplay or recreating like movie character makeup or something like that, then this is a really cool shade. And what I love about it is that how stark that blue is, like how bright that blue is. It completely covers my brown eyes, and like, I mean, if you just look at my eyes, then you wouldn't even be able to tell that I have like such dark eyes. And even with these lenses, I can see quite well, so they're not obstructing my vision. Of course, I do feel that there is a little bit of something because the blue is quite big and it is covering part of my iris cornea. I always mess this stuff up. I got like A grade in ophthalmology, and maybe that should be taken away from me. Now, these lenses are called Violet Barbie, and I don't know why. I absolutely love pink, purple. So my eye is watering a little bit now because I'm changing lenses quite quickly. But what I will tell you that if you are a regular contact lenses wearer and you feel your eyes are drying out, I'm sure you use eye drops and something, but my personal favorite thing to use is rose water. I don't know what it is about it. I grew up with rose water. It was a huge part of my childhood in skincare and eye care, and I still use rose water to clean my eyes and to hydrate them. So you have to make sure that the lens is in the right direction. I know now this part is a bit tricky. They do show you on the pamphlet how the lens should look like, but still, sometimes it's easy to guess depending on the darkness of the shade inside out, but sometimes it is not. And you just have to have a feeling of how the lens feels or looks the best and most natural. It's a little bit of trial and error, but also I would tell you that if you feel after putting the lens in that there is some amount of discomfort, then probably your lens is flipped and it is the other way around. So you have to take it out and flip it. I feel in this eye, probably I have it in the wrong direction. Yep. This eye, it is the other way around, and that's why I do feel a bit funky. Not much, but a bit. So like I said, even a little bit of discomfort means there is something. Now these lenses are quite nice, so like I didn't feel any burning sensation or anything like horrible. That's why I was not a bit Not sure. Usually I feel like maybe this happens also because like I'm switching out lenses so quickly. So this is all I have got to know about lenses over the course of past few years, since I have been wearing them quite often for these makeup looks at least. And I hope you learned something from this video, and if you have any more questions, suggestions, then you can always leave them down below. But before you go, do not forget that if you want to get these lenses for yourself, why don't you get them for a discount? So use my code JADIRAH20 to get 20% off on all of these lenses. Save some coin, enjoy the holiday season, and have fun. I'll see you guys in my next video.